to ask you about this too, Marcelo. Like, bro, because I heard Spitter talk about this in an interview that you were with him when y'all got the call about Soulja Slim.
We was around the corner buying tennis.
Buying tennis shoes. Like, bro, what's the odds of that? Like, y'all being right.
We didn't know he got killed. Like, we just heard he got shot. Like, Slim got shot. Like, getting shot then was getting shot. Like, you gotta realize Slim got hit with a pump when we was younger. So, getting shot and getting killed is something different. I think by the time we pulling up on the scene, I think Jig or somebody was calling me, telling me that. But ain't nobody believe that. Like, you know, you feel some people invincible.
Yeah. When do you remember like your last time kicking it with him before that?
I mean, we used to be around each other like
all the time.
Slim Love Spitter. Like, we used to be around each other. Like, we used to go to the studio and all. Like, we was going. They had a concert that night. We was buying tennis to go meet him because everybody was leaving to go to the concert. Everybody was meeting at the house. So we was right around the corner. Probably Spitter probably talked to him on our way there or something for him to ask us where we was at. Cause we stopped, like they used to have this like, it was like 4 blocks or something. We stopped at Elite Foot or something and went and bought some tennis, just bought some fresh tennis. Cause we were just gonna follow them and go to the concert. And while we in there, we got the call.
And y'all went over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But you had a cool relationship with him though?
Slim down.
Yeah. Nah, man.
Like Slim used to cut our hair.
Yeah, I heard he used to be a barber, man. Well,
like he used to stay on Tyler down the outside the project, like around the corner, when he talk about it in the parkway. We used to go to the house and get our hair cut.
Was he cold?
Oh, he was a monster.
Soulja Slim.
Like me, gangsters, a lot of us who had used to cut.
That's crazy. Did he have his reputation back then too?
It was building.
Man, because I had went to New Orleans. This is probably like this is several years ago. But the hotel we were staying at, man, one of the dudes, he was like, I was telling him I wanted to go check out the Soulja Slim mural, and he started sharing like stories of when he was younger. He used to see like Soulja Slim just walking, bro. Like while he was, buzzing, like just no security or nothing, just in his project, like he said, smoking good. He said he had like a funny walk.
Like, and I would like,
it was cool.
We in our own hood. We had you walk around with 30 motherfuckers when you moving around, right? And it's not because you need no bodyguards or nothing. It's power. Where you at? Everybody pulling up, y'all end up moving around together. When that day start all the time, you gotta go do this, that. I'm not calling nobody to go do what I'm doing.
Yeah. No, but for sure. Man, I want to ask you this too. It's a song on your first project, Brick Living. It's called Hold Up, man. It's like
one of my favorite songs.
One of my favorite songs off that album, bro. How did that come about, man?
Like a lot, I ain't even hear her like Carlos Stevenson gave me the beat.
I love that.
And was like, find something to do it.
That's it. That's simple.
And I put the verse on there. And she came back and figured out something for the hook.
Yeah.
And before she put it on there, he just called us, told us to come down, and we heard in the move. Like, let's go.
Yeah, I love that song, bro. No, that's dope. That's dope, man. So like I know you got the podcast, like you say, with your OG, man, and y'all be like y'all uncensored raw. Like how did that come about, man?
Like that's just my OG. He was trying to get me to do a podcast, and he was like, "I'm gonna pay for it." Like it had got a time where I was just doing music.
Yeah.
And motherfucker was trying to pull me into all kind of different things, and I was like, I ain't gonna commit myself to nothing. So he like, I'm gonna do this, because if he do that, I'm gonna commit to it. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. Then a few months later, I told him, I said, I'm gonna do it. And like on the first actual episode, like he didn't know he was gonna be on the podcast. He thought he was just stepping in for that day. Like I told him on the podcast, like I'm not doing it without you. Because OG don't talk. That's why he's so like that, like everything. Like sometimes I'd be like, man.
He unfiltered, yeah. Yeah, dude. He sound like he done been through a lot too. Yeah,
like
but
that.
he I don't know. Maybe
That's in Dodo time.
Maybe I'm tripping. Like he like a smaller guy, like in stature, or he just looks small?
Nah, he bigger than me.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. Yeah, bro. He come across like a lion though,
Oh,
dog.
yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, you know how some of it is like, he one of the motherfuckers who know a little something about everything. Ain't nothing you can bring up that motherfucker don't know about. He knows something about it.
Yeah.
And he know it like that. To where you can fight you to the teeth for it.
Yeah. Y'all don't have so many different like New Orleans or Louisiana.
I think we were just trying to build it as in that, like, what I can tell people in the podcast and
yeah.
like, we purposely didn't take no sponsors or none of that shit. Like, we did all that shit ourselves. But what we did was we got the opportunity to make our own value for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, by us telling, we ain't selling you no commercial for $300, then next year we sell it for $600, we've never sold one. So whatever we asked for, that's what we asked for. Like, you can't argue with what we asked for because we built the brand first. So we just built the brand before we even thought about trying to sell a brand to anybody or become partners or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we was in developing and doing. Now we in that motion. Now we gonna show you.
Yeah. Do y'all be freestyling or y'all come?
We don't even listen, bro. Like,
y'all don't have no
that's
plans?
why, like, on some of them, like, we have the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Me and G literally come in there 5 minutes apart. Like, I always tell people, like, I don't talk to the guests before I because we'll get into conversations. I heard motherfuckers talking about I talk too much on the season 2. I'm gonna shut the fuck up this season. I'm gonna shut on.
No.
But like, me and them will have conversations outside the podcast that we probably should be having in it. And me and G don't talk. Like, we come in that bitch fussing. We argue with each other.
Yeah.
Like, we have that kind of relationship though.
Yeah, it was one of the intense episodes. It was the little ratting thing.
I did that on purpose. Like, I knew how to tick him off. Like,
he was going
oh,
in.
bro, I know my dog. Bro.
Yeah.
I put some fire under it. I know what I was doing though.
About that rat.
Understand it, bro. I said,
he wasn't playing about
hold
that.
up. So what you saying? You was a rat? And when he went to go and I said, you're not doing this for me. You're doing this for them. But I know what I know my partner. Man. I know how to burn him up.
Yeah, you took that real personal.
So we're gonna take it personal because I want people to see how personal that shit is when you call a person that. That's why I did it. And that's my partner, right? That's my OG. You saw that shit, huh? So how you think other motherfuckers feel? When it ain't that, so like motherfuckers be missing what we be pitching. The shit not scripted. I'm just like, I thought he is too calm with this shit. I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And he put it out there like that, like everything. Cause I'm talking to the colonel. See, he's so straightforward to where it's like, he know in the streets, he's already understood, like rocking, right? So that's why he was like, I don't give no fuck about them. Oh, yes, you do, because that's our audience. So I had to pull him into that, right? That's why I was like, oh, because he's saying like he's coming from talking to the colonel. Why that's not? If you don't know nothing about jail, you don't know you get summoned to the colonel. You know you don't know nothing about jail. So you're like, what are you talking to the colonel for? I took all that out of the equation. So the colonel gave me 10 million. Hold on. So what, you a rat or something? I took him now.
Yeah.
But as I explained to him, that wasn't for me. I know how, like, it's always times where I slow him down because I know how people will portray things. I know I should be going, like, as in the internet and shit, like, and he's blind to that shit. I don't give no fuck about the internet.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, man, but, yeah, for the people tuning in, man, who not familiar, let them know where to check out the podcast, bro.
Boom Multimedia, China Game Podcast, me and OG, all that, it be a motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure. I want to ask you this too, man. I haven't really heard too many people talk about him, but I used to listen to him a lot when I was in college, man. Sporty T.
Oh, Sporty T was the G.
Did you know him, bro?
Mm-hmm. Sporty T grew up like on Deli shit. Remember he did Juvenile. Sporty T was a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Sporty was a motherfucker. I fuck with Sporty.
Yeah, dude, like, bro, I don't think he get his flowers, you know.
I don't think, like, cause a lot of, like, it was a lot of people in that time, like, the
big
Bust Down, it was a lot of people. But none of them dudes, like, wasn't really, I think, like, right at in the time when we started getting around to the world, that's right when he died like that. But he rapped his ass off.
Yeah. Yeah. Any memories of him, bro? Y'all used to kick it.
I knew Sporty from the streets. Like, I used to see Sporty sitting on the porch and I was going to hang on jealousy. Like, everybody around us that really was into music, like, New Orleans small, man. Everybody sees each other.